a little bit spooked about the fact that, thank you, friend, about the fact that like our records are more like full band, kind of a fleshed out sound with strings and with percussion and stuff, and that like at our core and how we perform live is still just a duo. Because I didn't want people to be like disappointed when they rolled up and it was just us. But it's a duality that I've really come to love over the years. It's kind of like stepping into the living room, like where we're writing and practicing, and it's a very honest version of the songs and like how they kind of originated. And it's fun for us to give y'all an experience that you can't just get like on Spotify. You know, if you want to hear the songs the way they are on the record, you can queue them up wherever. But if you want to hear like the way that we wrote them, the stories behind them, that's what the live set is for. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with us this evening. If you weren't here for any of the earlier ones, hello, good evening. We are Haunted Like Human. We are a duo based out of Nashville, Tennessee. This is like our first time actually spending any amount of time in Florida. We were in Orlando on Wednesday. Tomorrow we will be over in Panama City, and then on Sunday we'll be out in Tampa. So if you have friends in those directions, please send them our way. Tomorrow is ticketed. Tampa is free though. It'll be kind of like this, so send them in our direction so that we can heckle your friends as well. Thank you. We're going to kick this off with another kind of a throwback song for us. We originally wrote this song for that EP that we put out in 2018, and we were like, oh my gosh, it's going to be the single, this is going to be great. And then when it came time for song selection, it didn't even make the cut for the track list. So we kind of shelved it for a while, and as we were writing for Tall Tales and Fables, we kind of brought it back out and figured out what it was that we should keep, what we could improve upon, perhaps. It's definitely a better song for having had that extra time. But this is sort of a love letter back to different stages of ourselves in doing this insane thing that is like trying to be an independent musician. And saying like, I know that it's really hard now, but hang on a little bit longer because it's going to be really worth it. So this one's called Bruised Feet. You say you got a wandering soul, 'cause you're always wondering what it would be like to really up and leave home. You're telling me your heart's a mess. You've seen the bottom of too many bottles, but there's still an ache in your chest. Yeah, you romanticize the feast and famine, paralyzed by fear of failing. Yeah, I know that I'm holding out my hand. Come on and take it, jump on in, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change in wishing wells that I'm running to and I'm running from. And oh, Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. You've got this tendency to roam. You're always running from the messes. You're making mistakes you just can't let go. And you're afraid you're gonna fall apart. You feel it coming in the rail lines. You're walking in cold winds that rattle in your heart. You'll either make it or it's gonna kill you, break your back and pray it comes through. Yeah, I know, but I'm holding out my hand. Come on and take it, jump on in, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change in wishing wells, and I'm running to and I'm running from. And oh, Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. searching for. It's there inside you, at your core. You can't deny it. Breathing slow. Now I'm holding out my hand. Come on and take it. Don't let go, 'cause you can't fake this. Do you wanna hear the stories these bruised feet can tell? 'Cause I've been chasing sunrises, throwing change and wishing wells, and I'm running to and I'm running from, and oh Lord knows that I ain't done running for the sake of running wild. So come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. Come with me, child. Thank y'all. Thank you. So earlier I talked about the consequences of dating a songwriter and then being really mean to them. Look, man, like, a relationship can end, and if you can be, like, at least a little chill about it, then I don't have to exact any wrath. But if you're mean to me, like, you knew exactly what you signed up for when you signed up to date me. Also, especially as, like, someone that she and I bonded a lot over Taylor Swift, I was like, you really should have seen this coming, babe. But when you do, like, the bare minimum to count as, like, not ghosting an engagement, you get a song about you. And honestly, she got better than she deserved. On our very first record, I just put a guy's name as the title of the song, which is a really high, like a high bar of crazy to go past off your debut record. So it was really convenient for me as the song was coming together that, like, the name of her street just really naturally wove itself into the song. And I've got so much plausible deniability because it's, like, the main thoroughfare in Knoxville, Tennessee. So it just sounds like it's about Knoxville, but, like, she doesn't even have to hear it. To know that it's about her, and that's all that I need. So this is one of those, we were at a show one time of a songwriter that we love, and he's like, this one's for me. If you needed to go to get a drink during this one, that's fine. I'm not offended. So that is this one for our set tonight. This is off our new record. It's one called Kingston Pike. What do you do when the sky falls apart? When the whole damn thing goes crumbling, strips your body for its parts. When the fates slip with their scissors, making liars out of the stars. What do you do when the sky falls apart? What do you say to make it through the night? To remember how to breathe again when you fall from such a height. Yeah, I'm going home to Nashville, headed west on Kingston Pike. What do you say to make it through the night? Oh, I tried my best, guess it never came out right. That's the thing about a flight risk, yeah, she'll trade you for the sky. You know, my mind's a mess, too much for my crooked tongue. I'll take my place there in her history, she'll take hers in all my songs. How do you mend this tearing at the seams when loving her is still in your
she's just out of your reach. How do you mend this tearing at the seams? Oh, I tried my best, guess it never came out right. That's the thing about a flight risk, yeah, she'll trade you for the sky. You know my mind's a mess, too much for my crooked tongue. I'll take my place there in her history, she'll take hers in all my songs. And maybe all the promises I ever made were nothing more than building up a gilded cage. I tried my best, guess it never came out right. That's the thing about flight risk, yeah, she'll trade you for the sky. And oh, my mind's a mess, too much for my crooked tongue. I'll take my place there in her history, she'll take hers in all my songs. So how do you learn the art of letting go when we spend days dreaming of futures that I'll never get to know? I held promises like diamonds, didn't matter how they shone. So how do you learn the art of letting go? Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we'll find out. There's a few of the there's a few of these like songs and covers in particular that we've been playing long enough that we should know what key it's in. And every time we go up to play it, we're like, I'm pretty sure it's that one. And someday we will play it in the wrong key for you fine folks, and it'll be funny for us at a minimum. Thankfully, I'm feeling pretty good about it tonight. I mentioned earlier that typically our covers fall into one of two categories, either songs that we wish that we had written, or songs that I have bullied Cody into playing with me for you fine folks on stage. And this is honestly one that falls squarely into that second category. If anybody wrote a song like this, even half this bad about me, I don't think I would ever emerge out into public again. But it lets me pretend like I'm like a cool, hard, mean person when I'm not at all, even a little bit. So.
Charleston girl in a darkened room, and you don't know her like I do. We took the fire escape to her room and got stoned, raging blind. Left my money in the trusting hands of them old Steel brothers in a fast grass van. One day I'm gonna drive up there and give them half my mind. I don't know if it's the wine or the coke that makes it sound like her jaw is broke. She's working hard to make some sense, but she ain't got a dime. I wish to God that I could help her out. I wish I knew what she was talking all about. I wish to God that I could get away, but I'm way too drunk to drive. And all I know is that when I am good and sober, I am leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild. Charleston girl with raven hair, bloodshot eyes and skin so fair. I believe if I could find my keys, I'd try to drive away. I didn't plan to leave so soon. I didn't know that he was sweet on you. Go ahead and take her, 'cause she ain't worth the time. All I know is that when I am good and sober, I am leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up, makes me wild. And all I know is that when I am good and sober, I am leaving West Virginia for a while. Don't know why, but every time I cross that river, Lord, there's something tears me up and it makes me wild.
Thank y'all for indulging me.
Yeah, might as well. What's after Sleep by Sleep? Oh, I thought you just said something. Sorry.
I started to, and then I changed my mind.
We still can play
Oh, in the woods.
in the
You guys
woods.
see in the woods, and we'll feel it out from there. We played most of it. Did we do Sue's there? Yes, we did. That's what we ended the first set on. Yeah. Let's do City by the Sea.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Hey. This next one is a deeper cut off of our Tall Tales and Fables record. One of the very last normal things that we did in 2020 was go down to Corpus Christi, Texas for the Corpus Christi Songwriters Festival. It was the first songwriters festival we played. It was fantastic. It was Valentine's weekend of that year, and there pretty quickly the whole world went sideways. But there was another writer there that we caught that had this song about Corpus as the city by the sea. It was this image that he kept using for it, and it was one that really stuck with me. So I kind of put it in my back pocket, took it into very, very landlocked Nashville, and used that to try to sort of encapsulate this lonesome feeling of longing for something that you don't know if it exists or not. So it's always really special to us when somebody comes up and is like, that song, that's one of my favorites. I love that one. So for longer sets, we like to dust it out for y'all, especially since here in Florida, nothing's too terribly far from being from the coast. So this one's called City by the Sea.
I'm still searching for some city by the sea, the one behind my eyes when I lay down to sleep. I've been chasing my dream across the night, the place I'll feel at peace, the only place that's mine. I've spent too many nights smelling like cigarettes and beer, and I'm longing for that place where the air would be clear. I wake up again with this chill in my bones, and it feels awful lonely, but it feels a lot Wherever you are, dear, could you give me a sign? Could you write it in smoke? Could you leave on the light? I can feel her there, soft and glimmering, dancing on a wire, lights on swelling seas, constellations guide where this broken coast will lead. But the waters have been rising, and she couldn't wait for me. Been walking every coastline, just haven't found her yet. Wherever you are, dear, could you give me a sign? Could you write it in smoke? Could you leave on the light? Reaching up like holy hands, minarets from shifting sands, calling me to come home. A beating heart of stone, healer, make me whole. The only thing I've loved but never known. So wherever you are, dear, could you give me a sign? Could you write it in smoke? Could you leave on the light? Wherever you are, dear, could you give me a sign? Could you write it in smoke? Could you leave on the light? Could you leave on the light? I'm still searching for some city by the sea, the one behind my eyes when I lay down to sleep. Thanks, y'all.
We can try. Let's see if I can hear it. No, you're good. Look, man. It's mostly just if I can remember all the words. Probably. Just keep giving them. Yeah, let's do it in the woods then. If you're down. If it's down. Really? Godspeed. One really fun thing about being on tour with a man who has a background in classical guitar is I promise you have never heard a man talk about his fingernails so much. So he will be like, can we not sing that song tonight? Because I've got a crack in this one, and so that means I have to strum with this other finger, and then
I'm so high maintenance.
he's so high maintenance. So that was him being like, can I play this song with this finger? And I love you, so I had to call you out for it a little bit for these fine folks. He doesn't talk a whole lot on stage. He's probably like the funniest person I've ever met. You gotta give him like time and space to like come out of his shell a little bit. So if you've enjoyed hanging out with us this evening, follow us on socials. In particular on like Blue Sky and Threads, all of the things that, where we used to be on Twitter and now we're not anymore. Occasionally it's actually posting about band things, but it's almost exclusively just posting the dumb things that Cody says that I think are hilarious and the rest of the world needs to hear. Are there still okay, there are still small children here, never mind. We'll call it HLH crap posting then. How about that? That's what those outlets are for us. But if you wanna keep up with what we're doing, we do have an email list sign up here. I promise we really maybe once a month, occasionally twice a month if we're like on the road and we're like we're gonna be in your area. But we do not spam you a lot, I promise. But those are the best ways to keep up with us if you've been enjoying your time tonight. We are gonna throw it way back here for a second. I don't know the last time we played this song live, but probably Halloween. Given that
Indianapolis.
it's a ghost song. So our very first record was called Ghost Stories. And once we put that out, I got a little bit obsessed with the idea of writing a song that is like an urban legendy ghost story type thing. And I had like a fraction of an idea and that prompt that I threw out to Cody, and I was like, this is either gonna be like a 5-minute long epic, or it's gonna be this like kind of 2.5 minute short and sweet that it ended up being. I think it's probably in everybody's best interest that it ended up being the latter. But this is an oldie but goodie for us. It's called In the Woods. Down past Barton Hollow by the railroad line, they say that's where she up and lost her pretty little mind.
Blame it on the full moon, blame it on the drink. Call it what you will, but she left her ring home on the sink. And now there's 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies.
Didn't take too long before the police came. 3 folks were missing and the whole damn town was up in Raising Cane.
Preacher had a secret, guess he couldn't hide. Had a wife at home, but he was sleeping with a lover by his side. And now there's 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies.
Rumor has it that she followed when he left one night. She grabbed a shovel and his gun and she tracked him till she had his lover in her sights.
Knew the train was coming, but the whistle couldn't hide. And the gossips say they heard a shotgun ringing out across the night. And now there's 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies.
Down past Barton Hollow by the railroad line, they say that's where 2 murdered souls come out to howl at night.
Blame it on the full moon, no one really knows how 3 people came up missing. They ain't never found no bones. They're screaming 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies. 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies in the woods, 2 bodies.
Thank you.
This is a deeper cut off of our brand new record, and not one that typically I expect to play out a whole lot, except for maybe the occasional listening room. But when you have a request, you try to give the people what they want. You know, I would joke about getting people their money's worth, but it's the joy of a free show. No, this song started when I had a 4.5 minute long phone conversation with my mother that pissed me off enough that I was en route to Cody's house for like a songwriting type morning, and this song started like coming together on the drive over. And I got there, I was like, "Hi, good morning, pet the dog. I know you're making breakfast. I'm gonna go like sit in this back bedroom for a minute. I got some stuff to work on." and I emerged eventually. I was like, hi, first of all, thank you for making breakfast. I have a treat for you as well, and it was the beginnings of this song. And it is about the ever-widening gap between the things that people profess to believe and the way that they treat those around them. So.
Blessed are the meek who will inherit not but earth. Their sweet submission does not question if that's all they deserve. Oh, and blessed are the merciful who will not strike and turn. They pray for their own drops of mercy like it's something they can earn. And it's all-knowing looks and tiptoe moves here
In the lockstep dance, just you and me and plastic Jesus and the sacrificial lambs.
And when the bridges started burning, you
Didn't give a second glance. I guess your flimsy plastic Jesus never really stood a chance.
Blessed are the mourners who should grow a thicker skin. I guess the howling of the hopeless sounds like sinners' broken hymns. And it's another busy Sabbath for the righteous and their kin, just lighting cigarettes off embers that are floating in the wind. And it's all-knowing looks and tiptoe moves here
In the lockstep dance, just you and me and plastic Jesus and the sacrificial lambs.
And when the bridges started burning,
He didn't give a second glance. I guess your flimsy plastic Jesus never really stood a chance.
so if you're gonna pray for me, you better pray for my forgiveness, for your work in this ugly business and your phony flourish smiles. And if you're gonna kiss me, Judas, I don't wanna hear your reasons. You got your 30 silver pieces, go find forgiveness you can buy. And it's all-knowing looks and tiptoe moves here
In the lockstep dance, just you and me and plastic Jesus and the sacrificial lambs.
And when the bridges started burning, you
Didn't give a second glance. I guess your flimsy plastic Jesus never really stood a chance.
I guess your flimsy plastic Jesus never really stood a chance.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. That one's always scary to play in mixed company. Appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you, Fred. Thank y'all. For any parents with kiddos still in the room, as like a decided millennial whose parents were like, you can do anything when you grow up, and then I threw away an Ivy League education to do this. Woo! There's backstory. If you work really, really hard, you can do most things. But you can at least like make a decent run of it. Does this pay the bills? No. Do we have a lot of fun doing it? Hold on, are all the kids gone? Fuck yeah, we do. Hey! Anyway, this is another round of Dale's personal karaoke. that I have just bullied Cody into playing with me. When we first met, we met in like April of 2017, and in May of 2017, he was still living in Washington State, so he flew down for a week to like sleep on my couch while we kept writing songs, and we played like a couple little open micy writers round type things in Nashville. And we quickly realized we only had like 5.5-ish songs, and we needed more than that. So we're like, what songs do we both already know that we can play as covers? And for some reason, this was one of them. And much to Cody's chagrin, I think, I have insisted on keeping it in the mix for longer sets like this, just because I have a good time with it. So since we are very far away from Nashville, here's some Miranda Lambert for y'all.
I cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors. I screamed his name till the neighbors called the cops. I numbed the pain at the expense of my liver. I don't know what I did next. All I know is I couldn't stop. Word got around to the barflies and the Baptist. My mama's phone started ringing off the hook. I can hear her now saying she ain't gonna have it. Don't matter how you feel, all that matters how you look. Go and fix your makeup, girl. It's nice to break up running. Hide you crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. But this ain't my mama's broken heart. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic, like a Kennedy when Camelot went down in flames. Leave it to me to be holding all the matches when the fire trucks show up and there's nobody else to blame. Can't get revenge and keep a spotless reputation. Sometimes revenge is just a choice you gotta make. My mama came from a softer generation where you get a grip and you bite your lip just to save a little face. So go and fix your makeup, girl. It's just to break up running. Hide you crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. But this ain't my mama's broken heart. Powder your nose, paint your toes, line your lips and keep them closed. Cross your legs, dot your eyes, don't ever let them see you cry. So go and fix your makeup, girl. It's just a breakup running. Hide you crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. But this ain't my mama's broken heart.
Thank y'all. That is the one that we keep in our back pockets for bar. Gets real loud, nobody's listening anymore. And then I get to say, hey, conveniently there's a tip jar in front of us. And in case you don't have cash, there's a giant QR code that goes to our Venmo as well. And if you missed the story earlier about how our van like super duper broke down earlier this week as we were trying to get down here. And I believe there was one person who sent us a Venmo that was like van rehab as the memo. Very grateful. Thank you to that guy. Cheers. We have just one more for y'all this evening. Thank you guys so much for spending your night with us. 3 hours isn't enough? There is no encore after this one. This is the one. I just hollered at you a lot, and then we have this in which I will continue to holler at you. We don't have anything else in our pockets. I'm so sorry. Thankfully, it's not been that. We have had to do that in the past, where it's like we played this very first, and we're gonna play this very last, and hopefully nobody's still here. But no, this was an idea that I pitched Cody pretty early on for our latest record, and then we proceeded to kind of like poke it with a stick for a couple of months, but not do a whole bunch of work on it, because I know I for one was like too afraid to mess it up. I was like, this could be so cool, as long as I don't mess it up, which is an obscenely weird pressure thing to put on oneself as a songwriter. Thank you, friend. But growing up as like in a very like conservative religious household, but also as this undiagnosed neurodivergent kid, voracious reader, I kept coming across this idea in these fun fantasy books that I liked, of this idea of like old gods versus new gods. And I was really intrigued by it, mostly because I did not at all understand the logistics of how this might work. Because I was like, if I was a god, I wouldn't be okay with being replaced. Like, how does this, what happened to the old ones? And obviously in some mythologies there's like reasonings and it makes sense, but my childhood, very monotheistic brain could not wrap itself around that concept. And that kind of raised its head for us in a funny way as we were writing for this new record. And what it became is a conversation with Lazarus about his experiences after death and how it wasn't necessarily what he would have anticipated that it would have been. And it's probably one of my favorites off of this new record. So we will leave you, as I've promised you guys, on a fun one tonight. This one's called Lazarus.
Oh, Lazarus, tell me about the deep, dark sleep. Does it come quick and kind? Do you feel it creep? Oh, do you feel it creep? And oh, Lazarus, tell me, does the price get paid? Weigh your heart against a feather. Can you make the trade? Oh, can you make the trade? Between the fire and the sky, on the edge of a knife, of all the houses that you
Kept sweet,
birds and made you
knees weak,
to watch your home
when it's said and done,
on your diviners.
and your saints
Will they ever
change your fate.
when they hold
God's call you home.
Oh, Lazarus, tell me, do the secrets keep the ones you took to the grave? Do they get set free? Oh, do they get set free? And oh, Lazarus, tell me, when the bright light fades, do you fear what you see? Can you speak its name? Oh, can you speak its name? Between the fire and the sky, on the edge of a knife, of all the altars that you
Kept sweet,
words and made you
knees weak,
to watch your holding
when it's said and
all
done,
your diviners.
and your saints
Will they ever
change your fate.
when they hold
God's call you home.
Now you shoulder the load that you weren't meant to carry. You speak of the things that the tongue cannot say. Now you glimpse the things that belong to the buried. Are you longing now to return to the clay? Of all the altars that you
Kept sweet,
words and made you
knees weak,
wasn't what you're holding.
when it's said and
All
done,
your diviners.
and your saints
Will they ever
change your fate.
when they all
God's call you home.
when the old gods call you home. Oh, Lazarus,
Thank y'all so very much.
Thank
Again,
you.
we are Haunted Like Human. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank you to Satchels for having us. What a cool place y'all have here. It has nowhere near an equal in Nashville or anywhere nearby. So y'all enjoy this. Please tip your bartenders. Everybody drive safely. Good night, guys.